Hey everyone, it is JP. I am back with another tutorial, and so today we're going to make this earring. If you remember from my previous video, I showed you how to make the bracelet, so I thought it'd be fun to make the matching earrings. And so again, you're going to need the same materials you needed for the bracelet, but I will go over that here. What you're going to need is you're going to need 12 total, but per earring you're going to need 6 Superduos. You'll need 2 Montees, but this is a 3mm Monte. You can also use a 3mm bead, or even a 4mm bead will work here. I did test it out, so those will work. So if you don't have a Monte, just use something else. No worries, other stuff will work. I try to make my design so that you can alternate what you have in your stash. You will need some 4mm bicones or any shape bead. So this could be a fire polish or a round, a pearl, whatever you've got, and some 11/0 seed beads. So let me just show you this. This is the color. So this one's called bronze, but I think it's something like violet iris bronze or bronze. I've seen the color. There's a name for it. Unfortunately, this tube is from Michaels, and they don't give you anything other than bronze. The Monte, as I said, is a SS12, which is 3mm. It's a crystal, so it's just a clear, and these were bought from artbeads.com. The bicones are Emerald AB, and these were purchased from crystalsandbeadsforfriends.com. And I always love their check machine cut bicones. So these are 4mm Emerald full AB. So, and I think these are stunning. I love this color, just beautiful. And last are my seed beads. So these are the 11s, like I said. And these are Durcoat, galvanized, yellow, gold, my Yuki. This particular tube was purchased from, I think it was Aura Crystals, but these are available anywhere. I think you can even get these in Amazon. So, or this might have come from Amazon. I don't quite remember. Anyway, so, and also you'll need some thread. So I've got my 6-pound Fireline. I'm using the smoke, which is why my hands are all got that, it picks up the black coloring. But no big deal. So I'm starting with about 14 inches of thread. You don't need a ton to make the earring. The earring's actually quite small. So if I were to measure it here, I'm going to grab my little, actually it's a protector, but it'll do. So the earring is just about an inch. It's actually slightly under an inch. It's more like 3/4 of an inch. And it's probably about a ½ inch wide. So fairly small earring. And makes up really, really quickly. So you can make up a cute little set probably in a couple of evenings. All right, so I'm just going to move things back so we can get started here. So what you want to do to start is actually pick up 6 Superduos and 6 of the 11s in an alternating order like this. So Superduo 11, Superduo 11, so forth. You get the picture. And what I'm going to do is tie a knot. So I just want to tie a square knot. And I don't want to leave a very big tail, so I'm going to keep it short. See if I can actually get my fingers to work. If you watch me do this live, when I do lives on my Facebook page, I always have a hard time with the knot. But I did it. There it is. Okay, so you want a nice tight knot, a ring. So you want these beads to feel very tight. And then just go through the beads and reinforce the ring. So make sure you don't skip any of the beads. So it's easy to skip over the seed beads. Okay, and almost, so we're right there to the end. So I'm just going to go past it, and I want to come out of an 11. So I'm going past my starting point. And you can see my little tail thread sticking out there. So, and then I'm going to come out of this 11. Pick up the Monte. So you can see I just I'm going through one side, doesn't matter which one, of course, at this point. And so I'm coming out of this 11. I want to go directly to the opposite 11. So you can note that the thread is coming out in that direction, so it's going up. So when I go over here, I actually want to go down into this bead. So I'm just going to turn it a little bit more here. And if you go into the Superduo, don't worry about it, just back up. So I'm just going to back out of the Superduo, and I want to go back into the Monte in the same back through the Monte, because we're anchoring the Monte at 2 points because it's got that plus sign in the back. So this is one side that I'm anchoring it, and now I'm going back through the 11 again, and then I'm going to go into the Superduo this time. And I'm going to go into the 11 and come out of this Superduo. So this Superduo is going to be the opposite, the second anchor point for the Monte. So again, you want to go through the Monte, and you just want to make sure all right, there it is. My needle was not finding it quite right. So go ahead and go through that. Okay, so I'm coming out of that Monte from the Superduo and then back, then through into a Superduo that's directly opposite this Superduo. So this is the starting point, through the Monte, then through this one, and then back through the Monte, and then through the Superduo again. And that should anchor our Monte. As you can see, it's completely anchored. It's not going to go anywhere. And I'm just going to trim off this tail just to get that out of the way. There. Okay, so now what you want to do is go ahead and switch to the second hole. So you want to exit out of a Superduo at this point and switch to the other hole of that Superduo. Just like that. And I'm going to pick up a bicone and go into the next Superduo. And then after that, I'm going to switch and pick up 3 11s and go into the next Superduo. So we're going to alternate all the way around, and I'm going to you want to keep the tension very tight because you kind of want it to dome upward. As you can see, it's a slight curvature to this piece, so you don't want it to be completely flat. Now pick up a bicone, and again, these are 4mm bicones. By the way, I stated the materials in the beginning of the video, so if you're catching this for some reason in the middle like this, and also the material list is going to be in the description, so everything is there. So you have 2 places where you can find all the materials. Pick up 3 11s now, so you can see I'm alternating. Go into the Superduo, and again, pick up a bicone, go into the Superduo, and for the last one, I am going to pick up 3 11s. Three 11s, and I am going into the Superduo. Do not go into the bicone, and if you happen to, back out. So this is what you should have at this point. Now what we're going to do is pick up 5 11s. That's 4 and 5, and I'm going to skip over the bicone and I'm going to go through the Superduo. And these will pop into place. You kind of want to push this forward. And as you tighten this up, so we're going to go through all the beads again, and we're going to tighten everything up. So you really want to pull and give everything a good tug. So I'm just going to go through the 11s. Through the Superduo. Bicones, Superduo, and actually got through the 11 there. And all the 11s. There's those 3. Then again, we're going into the Superduo, Bicone, Superduo, 11, and then these 2 11s through the Superduo. And you want to go through here, because we're going to make the ring for our ear wire, you want to go through just the first 3 11s. So there's 5, so I want to come out of the middle one. And there it is. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pick up 4 11s. And just like I did there, we're going to make our little diamond pattern. So pick up 4, go through that middle 11 again, so it forms a little ring. Then go through the first 11. Pick up an 11, go into the next 11. Pick up an 11, go into the next 11, and pick up an 11 and go into the next 2 11s if you can. If you can't, don't worry, just go through them one at a time. But you can see I went through the next 2. So now what I'm going to do is just reinforce this whole thing. I want this to be nice and secure, so I'm just going to go through each of the beads 2 at a time. Usually works well. Sometimes you have to do these 1 at a time, but because they're at an angle, you won't be able to go through them all at once. So almost there. And my thread, I want to make sure that doesn't wrap around any additional beads, because that won't be good, keeping it secure. And then all you have to do now, so the earring is done, and all you're going to need to do is tie some half-inch knots. So I'm just going to make my way down these 2 11s, and I'm going to tie a half-inch knot between the 11 and the Superduo here. So usually 2 or 3 knots should be enough. So I'm going to go through the Superduo, and then the 3 11s, and repeat what I just did. I'm going to go ahead and tie another half-inch knot, and go into the Superduo and the Bicone. And once again, I'm going to tie my 3rd knot. So I know that my piece is going to be very secure. So go ahead and weave the thread away a little bit. So through the Superduo, the 11s, and again through the Superduo and this Bicone here. And I'm going to go ahead and trim. So, aren't these just adorable? So, cute little dainty earrings. And and to go with our bracelet. So I hope you like this tutorial, and I will see you again in the next one. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Thank you.